Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Now, I'm sitting over here stuck, okay? Because let me tell y'all, Armon Wiggins last week actually went on Fox Soul, right? And he was a guest host, and he was hosting and fulfilling he was fulfilling Funky Dineva's seat, and he was just there and just being Armand and just being Armand. First and foremost, I forgot to say this, but hello everybody. I think I said it, but if I didn't, hello everybody. Y'all, let's get into this, because yes, Armand was definitely hosting on Fox Soul, and chow, all this shadiness was too much shade being thrown, okay? First and foremost. Now, you can obviously tell that Al Reynolds and goddamn Claudia got an issue. Now, what is the issue? Nobody knows. But they have an issue, and you could tell in the disposition. I don't know if it's because, currently Claudia is, doing another show on BET, the College Hill show, celebrities and stuff, where she's in a house with Tamar Braxton and, amongst other personalities. I don't know if that's the energy, or, why she and Al just, look like they don't get along, but it's given, I don't like this man for real. Okay. It was given all of the things. And Armand was just adding, I don't know, gasoline on the fire. Armand was making it worse, okay? First and foremost, we want a kumbaya moment, because ever since Funky Dineva done left, Al and Claudia relationship, or it seemingly looks like they don't get along, okay? Just how it looks visually, ever since Funky Dineva left, okay? So I don't know if they get along. I don't know if they don't like each other. I don't know what it is. It's given, I don't like this nigga for real. That's what Claudia is given. And Claudia, and Armand got into it several different times. It was like light, slight shade, little things being thrown, okay? You could tell there was an issue going on, okay? So I just thought that I'll, gather up these little clips of when Armand was hosting, and we're going to talk about the first day, the second day, the third child. We're going to talk about them days, okay? And all the shade being thrown. You see, Armand hopped up over there, hopped up on there, just talking mess about all Claudia's friends. She love her some Candy. And Armand always makes fun of Candy, talking about some every man wants a woman. He always does that, referring to Candy, saying how Candy is just not that girl. Okay, so Armand throws slight shade towards Candy all the time. And I just knew it when the topic of Candy came up. Because if you watch Armand's show, you already know his opinions and his views on things. So I already saw it coming up, child. I already saw it. I knew he was going to have something slick to say, and Claudia was not here for it. Child, Claudia is stressed the F out. I don't know what's stressing my good sis out. I don't know if it's menopause. I don't know if she's pregnant. I don't know what it is, okay? She made it a point to let Armand know, like, you young, child, because Armand was saying how he like Ice Spice. So, I don't have that clip, but I'm just saying Armand was saying that on the show, how he loved Ice Spice, and she was like, yeah, you don't know real music because you young. So she made it a point to, let him know, hey, I'm an old bitch, okay? I'm old. So I don't know if it's menopause. I don't know if my good sis is preggers. I don't know what it is, but Al Reynolds is giggling, and every time Al's giggling, I don't even get it, and don't nothing be funny. I think he be doing that dry laugh, you know what I'm saying, just to, make it so it's not awkward, because it'd be awkward if Al Reynolds don't laugh. Al will laugh, and we just be like, what's funny? Like, we just saw some shady stuff happening. What's funny? But I guess he's doing his nervous laugh, child. I don't know, but Al was laughing and giggling, and Claudia was not here for it, okay? And I just, I love Armand. I say this consistently. I love Armand, and I don't know if they're gonna choose Armand, but I personally do not feel like Armand is a good add-on, with the cast. I think Armand is a standout. Armand needs his own show. Armand, goddamn it, could, as quiet as it's kept, fulfill, in my opinion, Wendy Williams' shoes, goddamn it, but don't nobody do it like Tasha K, okay? Because Tasha K is willing to get gutter, Armand is not willing to get gutter, but I feel like if you just looking for like a, a good version of Wendy Williams, yeah, Tasha's gonna take it, down, dirty, gutter like Wendy do, but, Armand ain't willing to do that. But if you want a clean cut Wendy Williams, I think Armand is your guy. I feel like Armand needs his own show. He's born to stand out. I'm not here to see Armand in the ensemble cast. Child said Cash. Cass, I'm not here to see that. I just want him to have his own show, to stand like out on his own. I'm not here to just see him with a bunch of people. I just think that he need his own show. He need his own spotlight, okay? I'm sure, it was nice. It was a good situation for him. He enjoyed being there. I just didn't see it for him personally. I just think he needs his own show. I think that they need to hire somebody else. It just wasn't flowing together, and Arman has some sort of drama energy. It's funny to me because I love it. I love the mess, on his show, but it's dramatic energy. He's a little messy queen. It's giving all of that. And, when he was out here with Claudia and he was out here with Al Reynolds, his queendom stood out. You see, when you see Arman by himself, he just looked, comfortable. He's a gay man and he's comfortable. But when he was out here with Claudia Jordan and he was out here with Al Reynolds, he looked like a good old-fashioned queen, child. He was queening out. It was given, okay? Light queen, but it was definitely giving queening out, okay? He was letting girl, you a black woman, and I don't fuck with you, know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with y'all. He was giving all of that. And I think Arman liked black women. Goddamn it, his mama a black woman. I would like to believe he liked black women, but the little slick stuff he was saying was giving I don't fuck with black women. And he, brought up goddamn Kiki Palmer, child. Everything went left. His little slight shade about black women, Claudia was not here for it. Claudia was clocking it. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to, say how he felt as though, something, it was a negative connotation to black women being lazy. They was talking about this situation to where a celebrity, couple wanted to hire a nanny, and the nanny, was quitting, saying, had a list of grievances, and Arman basically was like, that woman black, okay, that woman black, because black women will tell you, or black people will tell you what they ain't gonna do, and black people lazy. He had all of these things to say, and I'm telling you, it was giving white supremacists. I don't know. I know that's not what Arman meant to do, child. Arman just be like cracking up, but the people that don't know Arman is taking it personal, okay? I'm telling you, the soulmates is not here for Arman. I know Arman's crew was over there showing him some love, but the soulmates was taking a lot of things personal. Hell, Claudia Jordan was taking a lot of things personal, and I don't know, it's the Claudia Jordan and it's the Arman. They don't mash well together. I feel like you have to have one without the other, okay? Claudia already has the way she wants her show to run, how she, want things to be, and Arman just seems like he's going in the opposite direction. Everything Claudia represents and stands in, Arman doesn't. Okay, it's tomato, and Al Reynolds is just the instigator, and he gonna giggle up a storm. I don't think it's a good situation. I think Arman needs his own show, in my opinion, if y'all gonna give it to him. I think he needs to, co-head everything, okay? Because I just think that his views are not as polished as people would want it to be for it to exist, on these high-end, platforms. Not saying there's anything wrong with him having his views, and he's been able to just push himself up and be on different spaces and places, and that's beautiful. But I think that, he has a bit of F you and I don't give a F, this is my opinion, and he'll F up his pockets and all of that, having that type of, it's not even his opinion, it's the way in which he goes about it. And when you on your own show, you could do whatever you want. Say F everybody on your own show. But if you are a part of an ensemble cast, child, I keep saying cash, ensemble cast, you have to care about people's feelings, okay? And you have to be able to acknowledge these different relationships. And child, Claudia friends with everybody. So every time Arman say something about one of her friends, it's going, you could tell, because she get real passionate about it. But I'm going to play these, the early on, when he first arrived, and I'm going to, break some things down to y'all.
Arman, before we start the show, you're new to our show, so give our soulmates a rundown on your career journey.
Yes. Okay, great. So I love to talk about myself. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, no. I started off as a YouTuber. I love YouTube. I've been doing it for 5 years now, full time. And I've been able to, amass some pretty good success here on the platform. Some of you guys may know me from HBO, doing the documentary Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion, 5 Shots. My content was featured there. I've been featured on VH1, Entertainment Tonight, the Daily Mail. So I've had a couple of publications from my commentary, interviews, and documentaries throughout the entertainment business. So I'm really excited to be here with you all because, it's Claudia Jordan, it's Al Reynolds, and now it's Armon Wiggins on foxsoul. So for me, this is like a dream come true because it shows people that if you put in the hard work and the dedication, being an independent artist, because I do believe I'm an independent media personality, which is an independent artist in my opinion. If you put in the work, people will, the universe will reward you for it. So I'm glad that I'm here and able to share this space with you all. So yeah, shout out to you guys, and I can't wait to get into some things. a little nervous, but we're here, okay?
Why would you be nervous with us?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Everything that can happen will happen right before a moment. And let me tell you something. I was running around this studio like a madman because the sound was cutting out, the camera was cutting out, the lighting was cutting out. It was a mess. But we are here and I'm ready to get into the hot tea. Okay? I think this is the best news I heard all night. Get rid of candy! Hey! Yes! I cannot stand candy. I'm sorry. I am so ready. I cannot stand candy.
Why do you have a problem with candy?
Candy can't sing.
Yes,
Candy cannot sing.
Armon.
Candy cannot sing. We have to stop doing this. Candy cannot
Armon.
sing. Candy cannot sing. Candy cannot sing. Candy want everybody's job. Candy want all the money. And Candy holds too many grudges. Candy feels some type of way too much, and she doesn't allow room for growth. You say one thing to Candy, she mad at you for 20, 30 years. You're stopping bags while trying to take the bag. Move around. Because, like, you can't even get into it with Candy, or she's, like, mad and holding a grudge for, like, the next 10 seasons. So I think Candy needs to go, because this is the entertainment business. We might get into it. We may not get along, but we have a job to do. And you can't take everything so personal. Candy takes everything so personal, and she's not that entertaining. She's not that interesting, and she's not that polarizing. So I say good riddance, Candy, and bring anybody else in. I don't care. Phaedra, Nene. I'm not even the biggest Kenya fan, but I can take Kenya and Portia, over anything Candy. I'm over it. I'm so glad Candy is gone. I was doing backflips when I found out that Candy was not coming back. Every year we have this conversation about the Housewives and the Housewives of Atlanta and who should come back. I'm like, just get rid of Candy. Get rid of Candy. Bring Marlo back. I don't know. Just get rid of Candy and leave her gone. That's how I think. And so I'm so happy she's gone.
You want Marlo over Candy?
I cannot stand Candy.
Candy's a housewife.
Yes.
I like
Marlo is
Candy.
entertaining. Marlo's gonna bring you the. Candy is gonna cry. Candy's gonna be upset. Candy's gonna hold a grudge. Candy's gonna get in her feelings. You gotta walk on eggshells with Candy. Who wants to sit around and walk on eggshells and feel some type of way all the time? You can't even sneeze next to Candy without her getting offended. I'm over it.
Ooh.
Get rid of Candy.
Well, honestly, she's the only one that's really married and a millionaire, so there's that.
Reba Dirty Candy.
All right, moving on.
Now, as y'all can see, okay, first day Armon hopped up on there on some BS, okay? His first day, he was already getting into it with Claudia by taking shots at Candy. I already saw it. I was like, Armon, no. And it's not even just the fact that he didn't like Candy, because I don't care about that part. I already knew that. I watched his show. My thing was, Armon, just your entire, energy. First and foremost, you are with other personalities. He has such a loud personality that it's screams out. It's kicking out the closet. No pun intended. But I'm just saying, it's given that, And I feel like when you around other individuals, you kind of have to just, leave room for their personality as well, Tone it back a little bit, okay? He's just commanding, and this big personality that he has is wonderful, but it's only wonderful when you have your own show, right? You can do that, have the biggest personalities, but you have to leave room for other people's personalities to exist as well. And when he came out the gate swinging, coming at Candy, and y'all know Candy and Claudia friends, child, so she can't, she be in her little feelings. She gonna go back and Candy, I'm sorry, that's her friend. So, child, you don't even know whose alliances is with who. You just hop over there, just telling the truth in the way in which you tell it. Now, I ain't never gonna say a man shouldn't speak his mind. Speak your mind, child. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you could be a little bit, just a little tone back a little bit, okay? It's given just F you, girl, this is how I feel, and it is what it is. And I feel like you kind of got to care about people's feelings if you want to be a part of an ensemble cast. You know what I mean? All right, but we're going to keep going.
I said that I'd rather see Portia and Kenya and, maybe Marlo instead of Candy. My whole thought is this. As long as Candy's not there, it's a win, okay? So I love Portia, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do like Portia. I think Portia brings a lot of spunk and, funny to the Housewives, so I think that's great.
I gotta ask, because you had a really strong opinion about Candy. What do you have against Candy?
Well, I think that Candy just holds grudges. And I think that Candy doesn't really add any entertainment value other than crying and being upset and then trying to take everybody's money.
What do you think about the allegations against her when it comes to fat shaming?
Well, first of all, I want to just say I totally 100% agree with Al. The allegations with her, and as far as her and the fat shaming, I believe she did it. I believe that Lizzo is a class A narcissist. I don't believe that she is this girl's girl. I believe Lizzo wants to be skinny, but she was bullied by the public to being fat and remaining fat, because when she tried to hide away and lose weight, everyone shamed her because fat was her brand. See, that's the problem.
That's right.
When you move into that space and you pander to a certain community, when you try to divert from that, they won't support you anymore. She tried to go skinny, but they didn't accept her. So I believe all of those things, and I don't believe that, if a white man were to do it, you know, they would have gotten so much backlash. I believe if a man in general, black, brown, white, gay, whatever, just a man in general, him being accused for that, he would have lost it all. So I do believe there's a gender bias. I don't believe there's much of a color bias there. So I believe a black man, any man, couldn't have went and walked on that stage. He would have lost it all. But because she's a woman, and she's a plus-size woman, and she's a black woman, there's a little bit more of lenience there for her, I believe. I believe so, because it's sympathy there. You know, she couldn't have did it. She's plus size. She's Lizzo. She makes the feel-good music, not Lizzo.
I do agree with that. I do believe people probably will be like, well, how's she fat shaming because it happens to her all the time. I will agree with you on that. I do think we have a ton of double standards though in our country, and I just think it depends on the person. When you like someone, whether you don't like someone, I do think that plays a big part in how seriously we take these allegations. You know what I'm saying? But let me just say, me pointing out that double standard with white men does not mean I think that Lizzo was innocent of all this, because I'm not really sure. And there were a lot of people that came through, that came forward.
Right. And plus, we don't ever want to victim shame.
I just think it's different when it's a woman being accused than a man. Because, I mean, we believe the victims immediately when it comes to a man. But a woman, she's able to walk and pass out Grammys. Crazy.
She's able to present at the Grammys.
She's able to present at the Grammys.
She's able to present at the Grammys.
That's wild.
All right, Darius Jackson is on social media playing the victim. In a series of tweets he wrote, when I tell you that they make men go through hoops when it comes to seeing their own kids, then they have the audacity to throw the fatherless home statistic at your face. He also wrote, too many Ahabs have given these Jezebels a voice and platform to call the shots. Okay, what is that? All right, what are your thoughts on this? Armon, let's go to you on this one first. What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe, you know, he is the victim. I believe Keke Palmer is another narcissist. I believe her and her mother, they belittled that man. And Keke Palmer knows that she is the American princess and she will have the public on her side because of her celebrity. So they bullied that man. Yeah, Darius may be a little touched and a little slow, but they know they have more power and influence, and they know that the public will be on Keke Palmer's side. So they bullied that man, and they're trying to use their fame, fortune, and influence to make him look like he's crazy. Wow. Her mother is an abuser, and Keke Palmer is an allower of the abuse that her mother and her put onto Darius. I believe
this is awesome. Armon, you can come back anytime. I was on this, we've talked about this before, and I was thrown off the island because I said exactly what you said. I felt like that her and her mom were weaponizing their celebrity. They know that Keke Palmer is loved by our community, and we've known her for so long, and I just felt like that he was really, I don't want to say that's the wrong word. I really felt like he wasn't given a fair shake in this. And I think they know exactly how to tailor things and how to share things that are going to keep Keke looking like the positive person or like the victim. And I said this, once we saw those court documents and he revealed all those emails, all those text messages, and then when we saw the audio from the mom, I was like, hold up. This is really exposing a different side than the darling of America, Black America, that we love so much. And I'm so glad you said that, because I was feeling like I was the only one that thought and interpreted like that. So I'm here with you. When you're right, you're right.
And let me tell you really quick, I know that for a fact because they sent me all of those emails and I'm the one that put that information out. So they sent me the scratches, the cuts, the marks, the emails where she was admitting to hitting him and all of these things. Right. Now, in what world could a man or he had admitted and apologized to hitting her and that would have been swept under the rug? Like, everyone just forgets about that. She being caught on audio saying, I apologize for hitting you. I shouldn't have been putting my hands on you. And no one's heard that. It was all okay. It's BS. It's bullshit. And that pisses me off.
I find it really hard to believe with Keke's track record. Yes, we have been fans and knowing of Keke Palmer for a long time, and we've never heard any negative drama about her before she got with this man. And I have been, we've all probably been with people that have gaslit us and have provoked us and pushed us. I am not giving him a pass that he's just all the way innocent. I don't think Keke just started attacking her baby daddy for no reason and scratched him because he was just sitting there minding his business, being a good father. I think him and his brother are opportunists. They both have a pattern of abuse. Where's Keke Palmer's pattern of abuse? Where is it? Keke Palmer's pattern of abuse?
She wrote a book in 2017 about being an abuser and whooping her man's ass. And putting her hands, where's the receipt?
I don't. Well, send me the book, Armon.
I'll send it to you after the show, and we're gonna have to
send me the book. I have the information. Keke Palmer.
And then, wait a minute, Claudia. You said Darius has a track record. What track record do you know?
Their whole family, allegedly, the family of abusers.
No, not family. We're talking about him. What the family does has nothing to do with what this young man did. Show me.
Well, you guys are tying in Keke's mother to Keke's so I can tie in his brother.
That's because she's got audio. We got audio. We got audio of her abusive. We got audio of her abusive behavior. I mean, didn't we say on this show many times that physical abuse as well as verbal abuse is both abuse?
Let's just be
Let's be
very
clear. From a man or a woman, it's both abuse.
If he would have been online talking to Kiki like that, you guys would have been in an uproar. If him and his mother would have been online talking to Kiki Palmer like that over the phone, the world would have been in shambles.
That verbal abuse is absolutely is abuse as well. Been there, done that. And as someone who has been in these shoes, I have had people do this to me, and the evidence they provide, their one side of evidence, made me look totally bad and then look totally innocent. I just think there's a lot more to the story than T just attacking this man for no reason. That's what I think, my opinion, but that's what TGIF is about.
That's what TGIF does.
We don't gotta agree. We do not have to agree.
Or maybe you and Candy can do a spinoff.
Maybe you can kiss my ass.
You want to put her with Candy?
Oh, wow.
I will work with Candy because she knows how to make a bag, okay?
She really does.
She do that. She do how to do
Yeah,
that.
that she knows how to do.
He was my peers. Okay.
And child, that was his second day, okay? That was his second day. And remember, Funky Dineva had came out, child. Funky Dineva said, I just caught a few episodes of TGIF. And he says, I 100% give my blessing to this. At Armon Wiggins is the one. He's got the stuff. It was a very unique seat to fill, and hands down, he checks all the boxes. I'ma always go up for my YouTube family at foxsoul. So he's giving his blessing for Armon. He's saying Armon, 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 child, but you forgot that this is Claudia's show. I'm just saying, it's given this is Claudia's show, child, and it's a large female fan base, okay? A large female fan base. Armon hopped up on here pissing all the ladies off, specifically the women, the black women. Majority of them were black women. You just hopped up on here just aiming just bullets, shots at the black women. And child, I didn't even really peep, but it seemed like Armon don't too much like black women now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. He feel like black women have this double standard, and that there are things, that there's things that men can do and that black women, can't get away with. I ain't even gonna say can do, but get away with. He feel like everybody should be held to the same, that's how he's been speaking, that's how he feels, and it gives me that I have something to prove, and what I'm saying, I don't know, it's this classic gay men don't like black women thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all women, but it's given, I'm a man and I deserve the same rights as women get. That's what it's given. I don't know if that's how he really feels, but this show is showing that part. I don't know if that's how, because I've never peeped it before until this show. This show is given, I'm a black man, and not even just a black man. I am a man, a gay man, and I deserve the same rights as women. That's what it was given. I don't know. It was given that, but we're gonna go to the third day. And child, that was his second day, okay? That was his second day. And remember, Funky Dineva had came out, child. Funky Dineva said, I just caught a few episodes of TGIF. And he says, I 100% give my blessing to this. At Armon Wiggins is the one. He's got the stuff. It was a very unique seat to fill, and hands down, he checks all the boxes. I'ma always go up for my YouTube family at foxsoul. So he's giving his blessing for Armon. He's saying Armon, 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 child, but you forgot that this is Claudia's show. I'm just saying, it's given this is Claudia's show, child, and it's a large female fan base, okay? A large female fan base. Armon hopped up on here pissing all the ladies off, specifically the women, the black women. Majority of them were black women. You just hopped up on here just aiming just bullets, shots at the black women. And child, I didn't even really peep, but it seemed like Armon don't too much like black women now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. He feel like black women have this double standard, and that there are things, that there's things that men can do and that black women, can't get away with. I ain't even gonna say can do, but get away with. He feel like everybody should be held to the same, that's how he's been speaking, that's how he feels, and it gives me that I have something to prove, and what I'm saying, I don't know, it's this classic gay men don't like black women thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all women, but it's given, I'm a man and I deserve the same rights as women get. That's what it's given. I don't know if that's how he really feels, but this show is showing that part. I don't know if that's how, because I've never peeped it before until this show. This show is given, I'm a black man, and not even just a black man. I am a man, a gay man, and I deserve the same rights as women. That's what it was given. I don't know. It was given that, but we're gonna go to the third day.
The baby, I'm not finna do all that. I'm not getting paid for all that. That's what that sounds like. She sound lazy. I mean, you come to a rich family, a successful family, they need a nanny, you know the job. You know, you don't come and work with a celebrity and be a nanny and think that you're not going to do overtime at some point, or you're not going to, the workload is not going to be, be demanding. So I think that, she just was lazy, didn't want to do her job, and now she's complaining because she probably got fired.
Hold up, you're saying she's black, lazy. You're giving white supremacist talking points right now, okay?
Like, for sure.
Right? Like, what are you doing here?
I know, like, come on,
You know, black people will tell you what they ain't finna do in a minute.
In a quick second.
If that was a hot Latina, she would have took that baby, scrambled some eggs, and cleaned the bathroom all at the same time, and took half the price.
All right, Arman, I'll give you that.
Black women, I'm not going to sit here on Beyonce's internet and let black ass Armon Wiggins during Black History Month. This is not a black woman. This is a white woman that feels like this is a white woman that says they ain't about to do it. This ain't no, because a Latina woman, listen, and I hate to stereotype and generalize, but they usually got this thing down pat. I say it's a white entitled woman that's like, I thought I was gonna work for this black couple and do the bare minimum, and how dare they?
I just heard she was never there for the patients. That's the only thing I've always heard, but I don't know. Allegedly, yeah.
Don't be having a suit on your week on, Armon.
Y'all see what I'm saying? I've never noticed it before, but it's given I don't like black women. I don't know. It's given that. And I hope that's not the case. Hell, the man's mama's black. I don't know, child. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? It just looks that way. It's portrayed that way. I don't know how they are out here portraying him, but it portrays that I don't like black women, or, you know what I'm saying? The fact that it's just all these negative connotations with African American women, and he's like, well, black people. No, it's a lot of energy about black women. There was an old clip of Arman saying how he feel like trans women should be able to hit women back. If a woman, first of all, I don't agree with nobody hitting nobody. Keep your hands to yourself. But I don't feel like, you know how that classic, if a woman, as a man, if a woman hits you, you're to walk away. That's how I was raised. Okay, I was raised to believe, my brothers and stuff was raised to believe that if you get hit by a woman, or you know what I'm saying, and it's where if your initial reaction is to hit back, right? If anybody hits you, but if you can process your thoughts, walk away. Okay, never ever push for a man to hit a woman back. Walk away. I was always taught that, and I feel like it's no difference for trans women. I feel like trans women are women. However, I don't feel like a trans woman's strength, I don't care how many hormones she may take, I don't feel like it's as strong as a woman. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, trans women don't have as much, strength as men. I don't feel like that, but I don't feel like they have as, small of amount of strength as women, if you understand what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I feel like I don't feel like a trans woman should be hitting a woman in no way, shape, or form. If she hits you, I feel the same. Just my personal opinion. I feel like if she hits you, walk away. Don't, whatever. That's how I feel. Not because just because I feel like your strength is not the same. Your strength. Like if a child hits you, are you gonna hit a child back? You know what I'm saying? As a grown individual, and your strength, and you being, and if you that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Or if not even a child, a teenager is pushing you or doing something to you. You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of falls on the same rim as a child. But you understand what I'm saying? I just don't think that a trans woman. But Arman has said that he feel like it should happen. I'm gonna show y'all the clips so y'all don't think I'm over here lying on this man.
Transgender have a right to fight a cisgender woman back? Yes. Does she have the right to slap the shit out of a woman? Yes. I say yes. The dog shit out of her. Period. Don't play with me. Absolutely. You don't get a pass because you're cisgender and I'm trans, so you think you can bully me. Cisgender people do not get to attack trans people and then get upset and say, oh, you're a man. You don't get to hit me. I'm a woman. Please. Nigga, please.
Yeah, so I want to stress this again. I don't feel like nobody should be putting hands on nobody, please. But I don't think that, like, if a woman hits a trans woman, she need to hit her. In my opinion, no, absolutely not. I don't think that that's okay. But he kind of is okay with that sort of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm like, was the signs always there? Has he always hated black women? Or is it, because for me, I'm just getting the revelation through this show that he don't like black women. It's given that. It shows that. But I don't want to believe it. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I love Armand, and it's heartbreaking to see that. But it's on that show specifically. You better talk to them editors or whatever. It's being displayed like you don't like women, yeah, specifically black women. You know what I'm saying? It just shows that it just shows that. Okay, I don't know if it's the editing.
Because we have Armon Wiggins here with us as well. What's up, Armon?
What's going on, Claudia? What's going on, Al?
What's going on, Arman? And you know, Arman likes threesomes, so we learned. What was that, yesterday?
Well, you guys have that in common. Yeah, okay, no comment, okay.
Don't talk about it.
And my thing is, why talk about it now? You should have told that story on your podcast 5 years ago, 2 years. Like, why now? Why now?
Right.
Okay. Claudia.
Y'all, wow, yes, wow. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Go ahead, Armon.
I love Vivica Fox. Just let me start by saying that. And I agree with her. You know, now in the past, I've been one of those people that can kind of just go for the jugular, but you burn bridges that way. It keeps the mess out of your hands, right? So those people need to earn their checks. So let them have those grievances. Let those people go back and forth with production and producers and networks, you know? And I think that she was right. I think that people were trying to trash Vivica for, you know, seemingly throwing shade at Taraji. But listen, everybody didn't have to jump on that Taraji bandwagon just because she was a black woman coming online, coming against, you know, Oprah or The Color Purple or whoever. No one had to jump on that bandwagon. Taraji decided that she wanted to speak out. That was on her. Everybody didn't have to band behind her because she was a black woman speaking out. If I didn't have that story, I didn't have that story, baby. To each their own. He should have backhanded her and sat on her. No, but honestly, that's not right. I think that Krishan Rock needs to pay up and she needs to be humble because she's out of control.
Well, stay tuned for that.
Monique is messy.
Unlike anyone here, she's by herself in her messiness. All right, you do understand that not everyone's gonna have evidence, right? Like that as good as and as efficient, like, you know, as thorough as Cassie. And it doesn't mean that it's not true, you know?
Yes, it does mean that it's not true, but it also doesn't mean that it happened just because you said it happened.
Oh.
I'd rather err on the side of caution and not. It's
but you were on Lizzo's side.
What do you mean?
The other day, but you were Team Lizzo.
No, I really wasn't on her side. I was actually playing devil's advocate because we've talked about Lizzo before. Al, relax. I was not on Lizzo's side.
Why are you telling me to relax? I'm just chuckling.
You geek when you have a partner to come from.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm doing it.
You geek when you have your partners here too.
You have one for 6 years. LQ said, Al, hush, you sound crazy. You're blaming the victim.
I clearly said I'm not blaming the victim. Clearly said that at the top of the conversation.
Let me finish what LQ said. She said Russell has assaulted a lot of victims, and Emerge said it's called people in power can basically do what they want until karma hits. Hey, I guess it's something we'll never know. You know, if you've been a victim, you'll be more on the side of the victim. If you've not, then you're going to be maybe more critical thinking about it, I guess. All right.
Why? My thing is, why is it so like when it comes to men, we believe it right away, but when it's a woman, we kind of like, you know, here, go present at the Grammys and it's okay.
Right.
I mean, you know, we talk about the double standards on the show all the time. It's one of those things in our society. And hey, you're right. Sometimes that is the case. And I'll give you that. You know what I mean? It is a lot harder because we don't expect it as much from women. So it is harder to, it's harder for us. And we're now getting into 2024 where we are hearing some cases of it. And up until recently, we really didn't hear a lot of that. So I'm for women that are guilty, of course. And I also, if you've heard me on the show before, I'm behind legislation that would penalize people that are found guilty of lying on these types of things. Because you can really... All right, y'all.
When I tell you, he is just so happy. Al Reynolds is so happy to have Armand there. It's like, yes, at least they got somebody here to, you know, put her in her place. Like, he just can't stand her. Oh, my God. You could tell he can't stand her. He even waiting for somebody to show up and put her ass up in her place. And she not here for it. She like, no. It ain't gonna be no gay man gang up on me. Or, you know, because, no, Al's not gay. Al's bisexual. Ain't no gay and bisexual man finna gang up on me. It was definitely given that they was trying to gang up on her, and she was not here for it. The energy was off. I don't know. There wasn't no in syncness. Okay, I don't know. Like, if you think about, they're kind of doing what the Breakfast Club did, you know, where they have different hosts come on, and the one that matched well with them and has the most ratings, and you know, people like them and people speak about them. They're the, you know, that's the one that's gonna get the position. That's the one that everybody's gonna like. And I feel like, yes, Armand gels with Al, but Armand, for whatever reason, does not at all gel with Claudia Jordan. It just looks off. I don't know if there's beef behind the scenes, but it's given she don't like him. Not for real, she don't. And it's just different energies, in my opinion.
All right, Armand, you definitely set your mark on TGIF this week. Did you enjoy spending time with us and the Soulmates?
Absolutely. I enjoy spending time with you. I enjoy spending time with Al. I also want to give a shout out to, everyone that came before me, from Quad to T.S. Madison to Dustin to Flame, because there were some very hard seats to fill. Shout out to Funky Dineva too, because this was a very hard seat to fill. And, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to actually be here. So shout out to you guys, and shout out to the Soulmates, and shout out to the whole Fox Soul production here. That's, produces TGIF. I'm really grateful and thankful because I usually host my own show. So it was different kind of being a part of an ensemble, and I really enjoyed myself here. And hopefully I can come back. So thank you guys for lending me your space. I had a blast.
And the good thing, and I tell the co-hosts sometimes that when they come on here, it's not about replacing Funky Dineva, because he can never be replaced. It is bringing whatever you bring to the table. So no one should ever try to be like him, or whatever, because no one is going to be like him. So whatever your energy is that meshes with us, like, that's going to be the guy or the girl. All right, y'all, let's get into these topics.
These stories are they're very detailed. This is the type of stuff that I like to see when a victim comes forward, like a detailed description of what happened. So then it's not a lot of gray room for iffiness and, obscurities and objections.
I will say this, and I hope y'all take this segment just seriously just for a second, because I know there's some laughter the other day, and it really actually made me feel away, because I am a victim of sexual abuse, and it was just really not, I felt like it was just a weird space. And it's hard to talk about these things. But I know this is TGIF, but we gotta have some kind of conversations where they are uncomfortable, but they're real. I will tell you this. A lot of people like to try to comfort victims if they don't have the details proper, if they are inaccurate, or if they leave some things out, or if they take a long time to come forward. When you are traumatized from a situation, sometimes as a mechanism for self-perseverance, your mind will make you'll forget some things. Your details will not be there. You won't have everything right. So I just want to say this. Yes, are there women that lie about these things? Yes. Are there men that lie about being abusers? Yes. Should we just just write them off with one broad stroke? No. And I do want people to just be a little bit more open-minded. That's all I ask, just be a little bit open-minded. If someone's account of something isn't perfect for you, does not mean that it did not happen. And I like the fact that people are coming forward. And yes, we do need the ones that do have great memories and great detailed evidence about it to present them, because it helps the people who are a little blurry on things. I know a lot of times the victims of sexual abuse and molestation, they block things out, and later on the memories resurface years later. And I think those people are to be believed too, but according to the way we are going in our comments now, it's like, oh girl, why are you waiting so long? It must not have really happen. No. Until you are in a position, I'm not sure what y'all's history is with sexual abuse, and I pray neither one of y'all had that. It will change your chemistry in your brain. It will change a normal person who is rational into someone who's not. Because you don't know what it feels like to be held down, pinned down, and have something taken from you, or to be abused. So it's very easy to sit from our chair and judge. I'm happy these women are coming forward with details, but let's not count people out that don't have all those details, because it doesn't mean they're lying.
I just want to add to the sexual thing, because I think what you said is important. And I just want to say, if yesterday that you felt that way, I definitely didn't mean to make you feel that way in any way. So I want to apologize here live.
I really did, and I know people are commenting on my energy. I know this is a no-no in television, but I've been raped before, y'all.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate two men laughing when I'm talking about we should have laws in place. I was trying to say we should have laws in place that address women that lie and men that lie. Yeah. It's very hard to put these things out there and for it to be used as fodder, or to have a little boy moment. I don't like that, you guys. And I think it stops people from wanting to share their experiences, and someone out there could really be needing to hear that. But thank you for apologizing, Arman. I'll let you finish your comment. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I understand. So that totally makes sense. But I think for me yesterday, it's important, and this is just from where I sit, it's important that, not to take away from that moment, but it's still important that we hold women to that same degree when they're being accused of sexual harassment. And also, it's important that when a man comes forward about being sexually harassed by another man, we take it just as serious. And I find that we don't have the same level of seriousness when a woman is in the seat of being an accuser, or when a man is speaking out. Not taking away from a woman speaking out against a man, but I just feel like it's only meant to be taken down, very quiet, very serious, when it's a woman versus a man. But when it's a man on man or a woman to man, it's like, oh girl, that's not true. Or then it's okay. So I just think all across the board, all spectrums, we should have a level of seriousness with it all the way across the board. So I agree. But it needs to be across the board.
And I agree with you too. I agree. I had a man cry to me about being sexually abused, and I know that was the hardest thing I had to do, because he probably didn't know if I would judge him or not. And I cried with him. And I think men do not get taken seriously when they talk, and that's why they never report it, because, now I'm gay, and then that's a negative thing. And you know what I mean? I agree with you with that. And I actually do have smoke for women that lie about this, because I'm a victim for real. Women or men that lie on this, the aggressor or the victim, hurt real victims, whether you're male or female. And that's period, point blank. It really is. All right. Well, it's not our fault.
Well,
It's your fault.
I hope you didn't interpret what I said as saying women are responsible. I never said that. I said.
No, but I hear that a lot. I just hear it a lot.
Okay, cool. I don't want you to get mad at me again.
I'm not mad at anybody. I'm gonna make you mad.
I'm just saying, creating that safe space, I think Claudia will help address that. I think it's a burden for black men, especially in the black community. I don't know about other black men who have sexuality is not straight, but for me, I still have a responsibility. I feel I have a responsibility to always protect my community and the women of my community. So for me to constantly talk about it or wear it on my sleeve, for me in my age group, it wasn't something that I did. Now, I wish I had been more vocal sooner for sure, because it helped empower the generation behind me to do the same. And that's the thing I love about this young generation. This young generation is like, listen, this is what we like. This is who we are. It is what it is.
I need to bring it back because I have a question though. I just have one question. I need to know. Have you ever been attracted to men while dating a woman and she didn't know?
I'm a bisexual man. So I'm attracted to men and women and trans. I am a bisexual man. I'm attracted to a lot of things. I am fluid. My spectrum is wide. So if I'm dating someone, because I am bisexual, I let them know from the beginning, this is what's up. This is what's up. Either you're into it or you're not. But I'm not one of those dudes that when I meet a woman just to get her in bed, I'm not going to tell her about my sexuality. I'm too old for that shit.
So every woman you've been with knew that you would get it in with a man. So there was never a secret.
Every woman that I've been with since I found out and came to the acknowledgement that I am bisexual, moving forward, I have always been honest. I have to. It's a health risk for everybody involved. I'm responsible. I'm a responsible individual. And I didn't get to this age by being irresponsible. And I don't get to this position in my life by not being honest.
I love that. At some point, I just feel like the gaslighting has to stop. Everything is not a colorist comment. Everything is not against women.
But tell us your experience, because a lot of people kind of, teeter with you about being a colorist.
No, I'm not doing that with anybody right now because I've already apologized, addressed this. That happened in 2005 and 2008. I'm not going to rehash this for more people that didn't know about it. So let's just stick to Krishan. I agree with you, Al, about Krishan not really being the standard to expect a whole bunch from. This is not Michelle Obama that we're talking about. This is Krishan Rock. I'm going to go ahead and just point out the hypocrisy that one day people are against Monique and the next day they are for Monique. And I think that happens with quite a few people that commentate on this. And Monique, I don't think you should shut up, as Arman is suggesting, because black women are constantly being told to be quiet. She got to be the right weight, the right skin tone, the right person, the right this, the right that, and make you feel comfortable. When really, we're forgetting it's about Monique and what Monique has been through. And she has every right to speak on her experiences. Like, why are we telling black women to shut up? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. That's what we do in this country. Right, cheers to you, Arman, for your week. And thanks for being with us this week. Arman, did you have fun with us this week?
Yes, I had fun. Al, I love you. Claudia, I love you. Thank you again for having me on your platform. And shout out to all the soulmates who embrace me. And shout out to the B&B squad for coming through and supporting. I love you guys. Thanks so much.
And Arman Wiggins for joining me tonight. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.
Child, this was Arman's week on TGIF. I don't know. It's giving him and Claudia Jordan don't get along. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely giving she don't like him. He don't like her. They energies just don't match well together. And he's out here looking like a colorist, slightly a white supremacist, slightly. He's looking like he don't like black women. I don't know what it is. Now, I've never seen it before. I haven't seen it on his show. I just accept his opinions as they come. But on this show specifically, I don't know if I had to have seen him with other people, a ensemble cast, but he just looks like he just don't like, women, specifically black women. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just, the editing. It gotta be, or just how they promoting or they pushing him. I don't know, but it's not looking like it's seemingly, and I watch Arman, I enjoy his content. It just does not look like he's here for black women from, his mix up with TGIF. It just doesn't look that way. He's being shown as something negative, and I feel like maybe it's the editing. I don't know what it is, but I don't like him specifically on this show. I like him on his own show. I feel like if they're gonna put him in a high position, give him his own show. God damn it, he could fill some Wendy Williams shoes. But I just don't like him, or I didn't like him on this show. I mean, there was a time that he and even Al Reynolds got into it, but it wasn't showing, like, the back and forth wasn't the way him and Claudia back and forth was. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all what I mean.
So if he really wanted to make a statement, he and Beyonce possibly or shouldn't have shown up.
I disagree. Because I feel like if you're getting a prestigious award like that, that is when you say something. No, you get up there and you say what you got to say, because you get one chance and one shot and you make that moment. I'm taking this moment that they've made about me, and I'm going to let them know that my wife deserves this Album of the Year award. She's been busting her ass and she deserves it. Stop giving it to the same people over and over again. And I stand behind them 100%.
We can agree to disagree. I think when you win an icon award like that and you're making a statement, the statement should be about the issue and not about just an issue relating to your wife.
Good thing is, he didn't say a name, so it could be looked at as he was making a general conversation about a general statement about the issues. Definitely said that.
But really quick, it just kind of feels like that people. I understand what Al is saying is like the general problem, but I don't don't feel like that's really people's issue. I feel like people's issue is they feel like Beyonce has already enough awards, so why is she complaining?
Between the two of them, they've won 56, or maybe more than that, maybe 62 Grammys. So, take that time to speak into the problem that exists across the board and not just the problem that you and your wife are having.
And they feel like, why is she complaining? She's already rich. She's already famous. She's won all these awards. And who cares? And I don't, even if Victoria Monet or any of these other girls they worked 15 years to get this one award. Oh, well. I'm deserving of this award. You'll get yours when you get it. It is what it is.
Because for me, the last album of the year, Grammy that went to a black person was Lauryn Hill for females and Outkast for males, right? That was over 20 years ago. So I think the issue is how can we go 20 years without an African-American artist, male or female, not winning album of the year? So that's kind of where I'm landing with it. But I guess it's important to understand both sides of the coin.
I'm feeling a little bit of racism with black girl, you got enough, aren't you happy? Almost when Obama was president, it was like, you got your president, stop complaining, racism's over. No, if she's still bomb and still putting out the hits, Renaissance is no way she should have got album of the year.
I need to bring it back because I have a question though. I just have one question. I need to know, have you ever been attracted to men while dating a woman and she didn't know?
I'm a bisexual man. So I'm attracted to men and women and trans. I am a bisexual man. I'm attracted to a lot of things. I am fluid. My spectrum is wide. So if I'm dating someone, because I am bisexual, I let them know from the beginning, this is what's up. This is what's up. Either you're into it or you're not. But I'm not one of those dudes that when I meet a woman just to get her in bed, I'm not going to tell her about my sexuality. I'm too old for that shit.
So every woman you've been with knew that you would get it in with a man. So there was never a secret.
Every woman that I've been with since I found out and came to the acknowledgement that I am bisexual, moving forward, I have always been honest. I have to. It's a health risk for everybody involved. I'm responsible. I'm a responsible individual. And I didn't get to this age by being irresponsible. And I don't get to this position in my life by not being honest.
I love that.
Child, he slight weight through, shots at Al Reynolds. Because if y'all don't know if y'all noticed, but Al Reynolds used to be married to a woman, child. And allegedly, she didn't know, had no idea that he was into men's, okay? Now, allegedly, that's OT for y'all, for the people that don't know. Al Reynolds used to be married to somebody big, too. And he didn't tell that woman that he was into men. And child, she thought she was out here with a straight man. Come to find out, this man is, every which way but straight, allegedly. He said that he liked a little bit of trans. He liked some gay action. He all around. Now, allegedly, Al had tricked that woman. That's what they were saying on the streets. I don't know how true that is, but I think that's what Arman was hinting to when he said what he said. Slight weight tried to say that this man be over here lying about his sexuality because it was tea that was what went on. Now I don't know if that's true, Al Reynolds, but that's what it was given. But back to him and Claudia. Now the reason why he and Claudia had so much different issues as far as them getting along, in my opinion, how it looks, is because of his, what he was saying about women in general. Let me show y'all some of what he was saying, because I don't know if y'all peeped when I was showing y'all my little clips or whatever. Let me show y'all what I mean when I said he was saying little things about women that could be, misconstrued or taken the wrong way if it was placed out of context. You got to watch the whole show to really understand what he was trying to say.
So I do believe there's a gender bias. I don't believe there's much of a color bias there. So I believe a black man, any man, couldn't have went and walked on that stage. He would have lost it all. But because she's a woman and she's a plus size woman and she's a black woman, there's a little bit more of lenience there for her, I believe. I just think it's different when it's a woman being accused than a man. Because we believe the victims immediately when it comes to a man. But a woman, she's able to walk and pass out Grammys. Crazy. She sound lazy. She just was lazy, didn't want to do her job, and now she's complaining because she probably got fired.
Hold up, you're saying she's black, lazy. You're giving white supremacist talking points right now, okay?
Like, for sure.
Right? Like, what are you doing here?
I know, come on.
Black people will tell you what they ain't finna do in a minute.
A quick second.
If that was a hot Latina, she would have took that baby, scrambled some eggs, and cleaned the bathroom all at the same time. Just because she was a black woman coming online, everybody didn't have to band behind her because she was a black woman speaking out. He should have backhanded her and sat on her. But it also doesn't mean that it happened just because you said it happened.
Child, it was a lot, okay? It was a lot going on. I don't know if I'm tripping, but don't these clips make him kind of look like a little bit like he don't like black women's? It's given that. It looks a mess. I just personally like him by himself. I don't want him in a ensemble cast. in my opinion. I just don't personally want that. But y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Tell me if y'all want to see Armon in a large group or y'all want to see Armon by himself, because I just think that Foxsoul is not right for him. Hell, they might hire him though. They looking, to see who's gonna be the final host. They doing the Breakfast Club. They gonna do it for a year, and then by next year they should have a choice, seeing who goes with who. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. Bye bye. Have a lovely rest of your day.